Hey, what's up, y'all? What's good? What's poppin'? How you living? I'm Jada Jeter. I am a 2020 grad of Converse. Whoop whoop. Converse alumna sweatshirt. The softest thing ever. And we're going to talk about ATM in your arts career and hopefully get you right for this class, your courses, and post grad. So here we go. First things first. Like I said, I'm Jada. I am originally from Spartanburg, South Carolina. I still live here post grad. I went to Dorman High School, and I also went double time to a performing arts high school called the Fine Arts Center, right across from Wayhampton, which is in Greenville County, like literally right across the parking lot, where I specialized in theater there. And then, of course, I came to Converse. Um, from graduating from Converse, now I am an AmeriCorps Vista, and I am a sustainability coordinator and a crisis counselor for two nonprofits that I work for within the AmeriCorps program. So let's get it popping. Um, yeah, so during my time at Converse, of course, I was a theater major, but I also minored in social entrepreneurship within the business department. Something I'm actually very passionate about other than the arts. I knew that as an arts major, I, like I said, love the arts, but there's something I was kind of missing within it, and I tried psychology, and me and her did not get along whatsoever. And if that is you right now, it's okay, y'all. So I promise you, just just cut the ties. It's okay. You will find what you love, and that happened to be the business department for me. Especially, like I said, social entrepreneurship, which is with any for-profit or nonprofit business, you're giving back to a specific group or a cause, or you're trying to figure out how to solve an issue like clean water of like Flint, Michigan, or like Tom's shoes. You buy a pair, they give a pair to less fortunate people. And I was all about that because I really do think art changes lives, no doubt. Um, Singing, dancing, acting, writing, all of it. But I also love marketing and branding. So I'm like, oh, okay, I can use my arts background and marketing and branding background from the classes I took to put that together to somehow, I don't know, advocate for the arts, but also bring into the forefront like lesser known art projects or nonprofits or artists in general, which is what I thought I would be doing leaving Converse. But the pandemic hit, so let's start on that. First thing, since I'm a recent grad, I'm gonna talk to you about about being a recent grad, like you're right here in the room with me. No sugarcoating because you don't need that. You need to hear what's up, what's good, what's popping, what's going on. And yeah, let's do this. So, from graduating, pandemic hit, finished all the classes. I had the last theater production never happened. We didn't get to do a reading for it because we were sent home because of COVID. Definitely devastating. But I stayed in contact with all my professors, mentors, and such, classmates, and I started applying for jobs. Well over 200 actually. Kind of sucked because I knew what I wanted to do, but I also kind of still disarray that wow, I'm out of school, a pandemic is happening, who wants to hire me? I have all these qualifications. How do I, navigate all that? It was a crazy time. So, I mean, just in your freshman year or whatever year you're in right now, if you're feeling that, I feel that too. You're not alone. Please understand you're not alone. I have a quote unquote big girl job and I'm still in disarray. Like, how is this all gonna pan out? But I applied for places, I had qualifications for and had worked in those area and fields and literally never got a call back for any of them or email. Really only thank you for applying, we'll get back to you. No, they didn't. Just this week I got an email from a company that I applied to last year and they're just now filling the spot. What were they doing for a whole year and a half? It's fine now, I have a job. But within all that I had a part-time job, and still do. working at a Lidl, the grocery store. You probably see them in Spartanburg. Because as an AmeriCorps Vista, the job I would eventually accept, you just to know, you live at the poverty line. So that's the national poverty line set for the country is $12,000, and so your salary is $12,000. And so many of my coworkers and I have part-time jobs to help supplement and add to that $12,000 pretty much. But the whole mission of AmeriCorps Vista, like the Peace Corps, when they go to other countries and do a year of service and help over there, here we're kind of doing the same thing. Um, Specifically for my cohort, we're working with mental health, which is how I got certified to be a crisis counselor. And I work at NAMI, National Association of Mental Health, being their sustainability coordinator, making sure the youth groups and just support groups in general are circulating like they need to be. We have new people coming in, we're keeping the people we have, advertising to the community, seeing what resources are mainly needed within the upstate, and within being a crisis counselor. Just a trigger warning, just so you guys know. That's answering the phone for the National Suicide Hotline and anything that comes with that, assault, abuse, the whole skinny of that. Um, they come with some great qualifications, definitely stressful, but it's a lot. And right off the bat, you kind of like I'm telling you these descriptions, and even to myself, I'm like, how in the world does this have anything to do with the arts or business? Business, I mean, it's nonprofit. Social entrepreneurship definitely focuses on that, but where's the arts plan other than like arts organizations that are nonprofits? Well, um, all around arts is people and it's life. I believe all arts, no matter what facet it's in, it touches people, whether it makes them happy, sad, mad, angry. That's what art is meant to do. It's an expression. It's meant to be there to give people the chance to express things in their head that they can't necessarily verbalize. And so, working in a nonprofit, being typically on a work day, whether COVID, we would be seeing people every day, giving them the resources they need, sending them here and sending them there. Definitely going out into the community more within churches and different community centers, giving out flyers and doing drives for clothing and food and such, which is kind of dialed back because of COVID, but we're definitely still on our game to uh, help the upstate community. Um, but for anyone, I mean, some of you may not even have declared an arts major yet, and you're just kind of like dabbling around, which is totally okay. You can do anything in the arts, and I definitely promise you that. A lot of the people that I graduated from my performing arts high school with, um, they're like dancers, they're professional trainers now that train celebrities, which is pretty dope. They do the pyrotechnics for the Super Bowl, for the Tech Theater. They're writers for like little small projects. Maybe they may not be on TV, but they're getting work. Um, it's the arts is all around, whether it's working for a nonprofit or it's actually using that kind of empathetic, personal part of us that we have to further a mission somewhere. So for me, being really with you guys, I have some questions here, so I'm kind of just gonna go down the list. Just keep it real with you guys on how all this all ties in together. Um, First of all, what motivated you to pursue your career? I needed a job, y'all. I'm no cap. I needed a job. And when I say I needed a job, it's more of like, wow, I graduated college. What am I going to do now? And that's how I found AmeriCorps. The benefits are great. Even though you do live at the poverty line, they help pay your rent because America's from people all around the country. So my coworkers were from California, Boston, Texas, Utah, Washington State, like all over, not just from South Carolina. Yeah, they supplement rent. They pay some of your student loans at the end, or you take a cash payout. At the end of service, you're literally at the top of the list for government and state jobs. That is a biggie because when you go from a salary of $12,000 to $50,000 plus, wow. So all the certifications and the people you network with, people you meet are definitely important. And all for the reference, like the certifications, I'm mental health, first aid certified, crisis counselor certified, QPR certified, which is a homicide and suicide training, and those are well over like $3,000 altogether. So AmeriCorps has definitely been a blessing all around for certifications that will definitely put me ahead, even if I don't go into those government jobs. If you guys are maybe looking into that, Dr. Veneman definitely has my contact information and I can talk to you more about it. Because not all AmeriCorps jobs are within mental health. There's all kinds of facets. If you see a problem in your community, there's probably a Vista on that. No joke. We're everywhere. And many Commerce alums like myself have been Vistas, whether to fill a gap year or get more career experience before going to law school, med school, grad school in general. Or just kind of sort out like, what do you want to do when you grow up? That's okay too. Next, the college courses and programs I took and how they benefited me. From a theater standpoint, I took all the ones like that I was supposed to. You go to see your advisor. Um, they're like, you need to have these many credit hours by the time you graduate, and these are the ones required. I took my required ones, but outside of those, I definitely took elective theater classes. My favorite ones were always with Dr. C. The whole department is great. Don't get me wrong, but Dr. C definitely pushes you out your comfort zone with the classes that she teaches. Probably my favorite one before I graduated was the Southern Theater class, which she dives into what is being Southern from Texas down to the Florida Keys. And we had food in class, before COVID. We watched the movies. We had debates and conversation and all around a good time. For business classes, since I did a minor, I didn't have to have as many credits, which is pretty awesome if you want to be in the business department but don't necessarily want to do like macro, micro, and accounting and things like that. Definitely look into a minor because you also get to go to some pretty cool conferences that the business department may or may not fund. There's some awesome food, meet some awesome people, free shirts, and great networking. But relate to my professional life, the business department definitely helped for where I am right now working in a nonprofit because I got the exposure I needed to understand. But like it wasn't a culture shock like, oh, nonprofit, you're wearing many hats. People people don't understand that. They're like, yeah, you do it like no. Like many hats. If a Vista wasn't at the two sites that I worked at now, someone else who probably like does three other things at my organization will probably be doing. So they'd be doing four things all at once. That's a lot. And even though it's government funded, people don't like the salaries that come with nonprofit work. They think they should have like the $60,000 salary when the people you're helping are making like 12,000 work. No, my salary 12,000 to 20. So it is hard to get people to work in a nonprofit. But along with theater, I got the people skills and like I guess the one-on-one training with like being on stage, talking to my professors, having those intimate talks. Because I also took public speaking as a summer course with Professor May, and that's beyond helpful. Everyone should take a public speaking class. Even those who are scared to speak in public, do it. I promise you, it is well worth it. She doesn't just throw you into like, hey, read the speech. Like, she's gonna get to know you, like, understand why you don't like public speaking. It's gonna be a fun course. She makes it really fun, and it's not just for the grade. Like, she actually wants to like hear you, like hear what you're passionate about. She speak about the causes in the world that irritate you and how you want to fix things. But connected to my job, I definitely have to speak to the board of both organizations all the time. I have to speak to sponsors and other organizations connected to my job. And I feel like without that public speaking class, I would probably freeze up a lot or just be anxious or more nervous because there's these people who have been in these career fields for 20 years plus, and you're like a baby to them. So definitely like holding your own within those situations. Oh, I like this question. How has your gender impacted your professional life? it hasn't yet, to be honest. Um, from being a Vista, like I said, individuals are from all over, so there's more females in my cohort than males. Um, so we're the dominant of the cohort. There's four males. Um, out of the rest of the women in the group, and they're respectful, I guess. You get a lot of competency training, diversity and inclusion training also. So I don't know if that's from the training we do before we actually start our jobs, because it's a 2 month process of training, or if they came like that. But even within the offices I work in, that's never been a boundary for me. And I say yet because it's probably bound to happen. Sadly, because I am a woman, and I say woman of color, I don't want to see it as a boundary, but I've seen other people have these issues, whether a woman of color or just a any woman. I've heard the stories. I've heard my colleagues, but that hasn't impacted me yet. I don't know how I'll react when that day does come, but it'll be something. And again, as an arts kid, you roll with the punches, and I'll definitely try to handle that as professional as possible, but it'll probably be rough. Um, along with that, race hasn't gotten into, hasn't interfered with either of my jobs yet. Um, again, even in a pandemic, I work from home mainly, and both my jobs, other than the crisis counselor job, I had to go into the office for that. But I also don't get to see my coworkers a lot, which means like I see them from Zoom, and sometimes we get together for our cohort meetings. But these aren't people I see avidly. I don't really like know their nature and know who they are. And so maybe they do have a problem, maybe they don't. I don't know. But my bosses and supervisors have been A1 and amazing the whole time. Uh, this one. How do you feel and deal with uncertainty and self doubt and failure? First of all, everyone needs to fail. Point blank, period. Fail. Because there's a quote saying, like, when you fail, you actually really didn't fail. You basically learned one way not to do something. But it's very true. If you never failed at anything, like, how do you know to get better or to do better, really? Failure is definitely scary. I mean, yes, it scares me, but I know like it's gonna happen at some point, and I can either, pick myself up off the ground and be like, okay, we can do better. Give yourself a minute, get back into it, or I need to just kind of sit there and wallow. Don't wallow. You definitely give yourself some time to come to realization of what went wrong, or it hurted it, as people like to say. um, but yeah, don't wallow, because the more you wallow, you're like procrastinating, giving yourself excuses um, to not try it again. But always try it again, because I promise you, if you're failing, that means you're probably like 1 inch away from getting it right, whatever it is. But uncertainty and self doubt, that's what the whole pandemic is, I promise you. Um, I'm like in the second half of my this year, so I definitely don't know what the future is holding. Of course, I'm making those connections, and I'm looking for um, jobs for August when my visa year is over, and hopefully, career I actually love and want to do. But that's an everyday thing for me. It's excuse me. Um, uncertainty comes when I answer the phone lines for my job, and I'm hoping the person I'm talking to, I'm actually giving them solid resources and advice, and hopefully that makes their day all the more better. But within all that, I have a support system. I go to therapy. Most of my coworkers do. We're very open about it, because we push 50 plus hours a week, helping the community, helping people. Where we probably, um, if we didn't do this job, we probably wouldn't like have such an eye-opening experience of like how hard people are struggling. So it's a lot to see. Um, just to sit on my soapbox a little bit. Counseling service at Converse. If you need them, definitely go to them. Um, if you guys need resources, feel free to contact me. I know several in Spartanburg that are free for college students. if you don't want to go to the ones at Converse. I know a lot of people advocate a lot for, yeah, mental health. Let's talk about it. Let's have these conversations. Let's do it. Go to therapy. But to go to therapy, you gotta have the funds for therapy. Counselors gotta get paid too. Psychiatrists, psychologists, all of them. But some are sliding scale and many are free. So I definitely will give Dr. Benjamin my information for that as well. I definitely do a whole self-care routine. I'm an office fanatic. I love the office. I'm a dork for that, but I love it. Um, I do my face masks. I play with my dogs. We go on walks. I have gotten outside more than I ever have from my 4 years of college because of the pandemic, like hiking, watching the sunsets, sunrise, biking, my longboard, penny board, skateboard, all of it. Um, that definitely helps with the self doubt and uncertainty. But the biggest thing I had to realize is there are many things I cannot control, no matter how I want to. Couldn't control this pandemic, can't control what other people do. I can help what other people do, I can guide them, give them advice, really, but the anxiety that we have, like, it's built into us. So we can fight it, but it can be managed. It's not going to go away. Let's see. How do you build trust among colleagues in your field? That's a tough one because, like I said, I work from home. I go into my office like when I need to. My boss and supervisors are the main one who stay in our offices, really. And my colleagues, I mean, they're pretty cool people that I really don't get to see often unless we're like texting or Zooming and stuff or FaceTime. But um, I would say within a career field or even in your arts program, just know like you guys, yeah, oh, sorry, you guys probably all have one goal, and one that's probably to finish college or get that art project done, or to get the good grade, or maybe get a raise, or prove your supervisor wrong. Like when they kind of doubt you on a project and you want to get it done together, like you don't have to like the people that you work with, but you do need to respect them because I know that sounds crazy, and a lot of people don't agree with me because what I just said, you guys really probably do have a common goal. Get it done. Um, the colleagues that I have, the goal right now, we're raising $200,000 for one of our fundraisers. And actually, I do like all of them. They're pretty great. They're actually recent grads like myself. So we kind of have all like a little bit of the same anxiety, fears, and like kind of like eh, feeling doing this job, but also like what's coming. But this is definitely like a naive thing that I say to people. I say naive because people think like, oh, she's just this young liberal arts recent college grad. But I feel like I've definitely learned a lot from working as a crisis counselor that um, I don't give people crap, honestly. You really don't know what people are going through at the end of the day. Yeah, people can be ugly to you, harsh, say some ugly things. Trust me, I know. As a black queer woman, like I know people will say some ugly things to you, but I've been on the phone lines with people who could be Jeff Bezos' best friend, money wise, literally. But that kind of just proves like no matter how much money they have, they're unhappy somewhere. Like that money's not bringing their wife back who just divorced them or passed away. It's not filling the void of like what am I missing in life. So I definitely make an avid choice to be kind to people. Um, colleagues as well because I definitely don't like burning bridges. Sometimes I learned the hard way at Converse. There are some people I didn't really get along with in a certain organization, but I didn't go as far to burn the bridge or like cancel them all together. Because coming full circle my senior year, those are people I actually talked to get some of the recommendations I needed or to apply to some of the jobs that I applied to, even though they didn't hire me. But um, it was, I guess, humbling to know that they were willing to help because I didn't burn that bridge. Or we didn't burn that bridge. So building trust among colleagues. I mean, going with the open mind that you guys kind of have like a similar goal for your jobs. Let's see. if you could give any advice to your college age self, what would you tell her? Oh, hey, this is you guys. One, I've come to the concept within like American society, like we are told at a very young age, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? You should go to college or go to trade school or go to the mid, like you have to do something, like the bootstrapping scenario, the American a dream scenario, the idea that you have to make so much money to be happy and healthy and have the family and the cars, like live up to someone else's expectation. Y'all, y'all, y'all. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. And I say this because you will stress yourself out, literally give yourself mental health issues that were never there, worrying about other people. Promise you that. And I found that out the hard way because I'm 23 now. Again, moving towards the end of my Vista year. And guess what? I don't really know what I want to do when I grow up. I definitely wanted to be in mental health because it's, again, found another passion. I love um, talking to others. I love the counseling that I get to do. I love the marketing and branding and sustainability I do. Um, I don't know how I want to wrap that all together. I thought about nursing, thought about getting my master's degree for drug and substance abuse counseling. Thought about just in general like a marketing corporation or such or nonprofit work within that. But we have time. We all got nothing but time. And I mean, I also struggle with the fact that my mom's like, if I was younger, I would have made more, mistakes or been, out there more. And I do want to do that, but it's kind of like the inner conflict. You hear society like, you should be doing this, 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 and then my mom is usually always right about stuff. So branch out, like try other things, do this, do that. But y'all, you got nothing but time. Even if we've been told since like kindergarten and stuff, like you should do this, this, and this. Those are just constructs. Pretty much what it is. Do not stress yourself out of an idea people have of you in their head. You aren't responsible for that. You know who you are. You know where you want to go, what you want to do. And if you don't, again, let them have their idea in their head. You are you. They are them. You can't control what they do. It's probably the best advice I can give. And just live, honestly. Like I said, go to all the events, get all the t-shirts, make memories, have your support group, reach out to people. Talk to your professors. I promise you, the professors at college are actually pretty dope to be real. When we would have arts on tap, when the art students will go to the brewery down the street, um, who was there? Professors just drinking beers, eating a charcuterie board, listening to students playing the guitar, singing, reciting poetry, which is what I did all the time. There's some dope people outside of the classroom. Talk to them, get to know them. They did some awesome things. Other than like their degrees and stuff, they got some stories. Oh, see, how do you move from college to professional life? I'm still figuring that out, y'all. Surely, I am. I would say one thing you can do, definitely go to the career services department. Let them help you make a resume, a cover letter, find internships. Just sit down and talk to them and get your ideas out. I'm thinking about this. It doesn't have to be solidified, but I'm thinking about this post grad or maybe this grad school or maybe this major. Talk to them. That's what they get paid the big bucks to do. They help you guide your life right now. That is the biggest thing that will help you towards your professional life, having it like solidly on paper or your computer or wherever you need to see it. Because I know I was freaking out about my resumes and such, and I had the ideas and I like wrote them down. But once Miss Kathy in the professional development actually like put it on paper for me, I feel like I actually had a guide. And even then, not even professional development, if you need resources to help you academically in class, reach out to that department, reach out to Tanya McDuffie for things like that, supplements to help you. You need to record your classes and such because I know online classes are not what they're cracked up to be, not what y'all signed up for. My little sister's 12, and have you met middle schoolers? But have you met middle schoolers, okay? The kids who are raging in puberty right now, bouncing off the walls, they hate virtual school. So I know y'all probably do too, and probably isn't, again, what it's cracked up to be. And let's see. How do you set professional boundaries and avoiding overcommitting? Learn the word no. Say with me. No. If you watch The Office, it's like Nelly saying no. No. And L period. And learn to say no without giving a reason, honestly. Now, this doesn't have to be disrespectful. Um, it's more of, yeah, your boundary. If um your boss asks you like, hey, can you do this? But you know you have like three other commitments, projects, or whatever you need to get done, say no, or in a way like, I can't handle that right now because I need to get these done. But I know my colleague so and so can do that, or I can get back to you when these projects are done. Yeah, because think about it. When you're overcommitting, you know you're going to get home at the end of the day, and rather than like dropping down that chair, chilling with your cat or dog, or just breathing, you're probably going to think about those five other things that you added on, even though you shouldn't have added on, but you felt bad. Learn the word no. Excuse me. That will be the greatest lifesaver. And a thing for women, we like to say sorry a lot. I've even done it here, but I definitely learned in the theater department. You don't need to be sorry. If you bump into somebody, say excuse me, or I didn't mean to, but don't say sorry. If you accidentally hit the table in class, don't say sorry. It happens. You have nothing to be sorry for, sis, okay? And let's see, since yeah, we're co-ed now, aren't we? To the males who may be watching this, um, let's see. Obviously, I can't speak for males, but um, I know statistically from like my mental health training and things, guys tend to be like the first people in the room, even if they don't know the answer, even if they have like no solution to the problem. Listen, just listen, hear it all the way through, process it, and then shoot for the stars. I see a lot of my male colleagues do this, and they're like, "Oh, wait, what was the question? What are we doing?" Like, and honestly, I'm not even mad. It's kind of funny because they have heard what was going on, but then they're ready like a bottle rocket. Just listen. Listening will really for anyone. Listening will get you so far. If you're in a heated debate, listen to that other person because really, what they're saying, you could easily just turn it right back around and and win the whole thing. So yeah, um, yeah, y'all. Out of all of this, I hope it doesn't seem like I'm just rambling. Um, this is where I am in my post grad life. Um, truly, I don't know what's to come for me. In August, like I said, hopefully a career mixed with marketing, branding, and mental health. Hopefully with a job that I love and actually like want to go to. And again, with the um stereotypes of like American life and like the American dream, like you may get paid a lot. People like, well, you should just still take it. It's You can also have a job that you like and also get paid well for. And also that's up to you what you think success looks like. It's relative for everybody. Some people do really want to be off the grid in the mountains and just, live comfortably and play with Bambi and Yogi the bear and kind of just be off the grid. Some people want to be in the city and be among the people and live like the corporate life and do all that. There's no wrong way to do it. Just be kind. Don't be bigoted. Don't be rude or hurtful to people. But along the way, when you fail, it's okay. Along the way, listen, breathe, repeat, along the way, um, do some more positive self-talk, please. When you don't do well on that test, when college isn't going the way you probably wanted, like during a pandemic, the thing that will change it all around is that positive self-talk or gratitude, if you want to look at it that way. No, you didn't maybe do well on the test, but you're grateful that you have resources on campus to help you do better. You're grateful that you can call your mom, girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, roommate to go get ice cream with to turn that all around. You're grateful that you're even in college. Gratitude, self positive talk can definitely fix any situation. Reach out for help. Again, that's calling like the crisis line for me, or the counselor at school, your professors, friends, family. Reach out. More than likely, they're more willing to help than let you suffer. I definitely learned a lot about that um, through the crisis line, and when we do grounding techniques and actually list for the people calling like different options they have, they're like, oh wow, I have more options and more people who do care about me than I actually think. Because when you're in a dark place, you're thinking like this, but when you're with somebody that you trust and think it out with, your options are unlimited, honestly. But yeah, Connie's um, arts degrees can get you anywhere. Really, don't limit yourself. If you want to be an artist, that's great. If you want to be on the stage, great. You want to sing, do it. Dance, write, all of it. Go ahead, but don't limit yourself thinking that's the only avenue you have. Again, just roll with it. Because we're art kids, we do everything. Oh, Kerry Washington was not originally a theater major. She was business, straight business, like nothing else. She just happened to do a show at the college she went to, and she minored in it. Now she's what? Oh, Olivia Pope, American Son, Lakeview Terrace, all the awesome things she does. Like, come on, y'all, y'all got this. I promise you. Um, I will again give Dr. Van Emmen my email, my phone number. I definitely will text you guys back if you need it. I really do like looking out for my sisters and now brothers because I do believe in a converse education. Need someone to talk to, need somehow to navigate things because you're not really sure of life. Hit me up. Again, like I told you, I got nothing but time. I work from home, so truly when I should be doing stuff, I'm probably playing with my dog. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of real talk from a graduate. Again, I hope I wasn't rambling too much. But any more questions? Just, yeah. Thanks, y'all.